The power of thinking big. It was one of those evenings when the sky looked tired and the wind was heavy with silence. A young man named Ashfaq sat alone on a bench near a small tea stall, watching the world move around him. He had big dreams, but life wasn't giving him any reason to believe they could come true. He was the kind of man who smiled even when his heart was breaking, who kept walking even when his legs were tired. He worked in a small mobile repair shop, spending his days fixing broken things while feeling a little broken himself. Sometimes he would look at the people passing by in their cars and wonder, what do they have that I don't? And the answer was always the same. Maybe they just think bigger. At night when the city went quiet, he used to sit by his window with an old notebook, writing the same words again and again. I will make it. I don't know how, but I will. Those words became his habit, his faith, his secret fuel. People around him didn't understand him. They said he was dreaming too high for someone living too low. His friends told him to stop wasting time on dreams. But Ashfaq didn't listen. Somewhere deep down, he knew that big things begin in small places, and great lives rise from impossible starts. One afternoon, after a long, tiring day, an old customer came to the shop. He noticed Ashfaq's focus and said, "You work like this shop belongs to you." Ashfaq smiled and replied, "One day something will." The man laughed, but those words stayed in Ashfaq's heart. Days turned into months. Failures came like storms, unpaid bills, rejections, loneliness. But Ashfaq never complained. He used to whisper to himself, if I stop now, everything will mean nothing. So he kept moving. He started learning online, reading about business, and watching stories of people who started from zero. Every night he imagined a better version of himself. Confident, successful, peaceful. One day he decided to take a small risk. He bought a few second-hand phones, repaired them, and tried selling them online. The first week, no one bought anything. The second week, someone scammed him. But the third week, he got his first genuine order. It wasn't about the money. It was about hope. That small success felt like light after a long, dark tunnel. Slowly, his small effort turned into something bigger. He started getting more customers. People began trusting his work. He named his little online store Vision X because he believed that everything starts with a vision before it becomes real. Still, nothing came easy. There were nights when he had to choose between buying food or buying parts for his work. But he always chose growth. He always believed that the pain of discipline was better than the pain of regret. Months later, he got an unexpected message. A big client wanted to buy 50 phones at once. It was the biggest order of his life. Ashfaq didn't sleep that night. He worked non-stop, checking each piece carefully, afraid to fail but too strong to quit. When he finally delivered the order, the client looked impressed and said, "You've got something rare, honesty and hunger." That one deal changed everything. More clients came, more orders followed. The same boy who once repaired broken phones in a small corner was now running his own business, employing others who once doubted him. But Ashfaq didn't change much. He still carried the same notebook, still wrote the same words, I will make it. Years passed and his dream grew beyond what he ever imagined. But one thing never changed in his way of thinking. He always believed that a small mind can never create a big life. Thinking big wasn't just a habit for him. It was his survival. People often asked him how he did it, and he always said, "It's simple. I stopped thinking about what I had and started thinking about what I could become." His story became a quiet inspiration for many. Proof that greatness doesn't come from background or money, but from the courage to believe in yourself when no one else does. Every time Ashfaq looked at the sky, he felt peace. It reminded him of the nights he spent staring at the same sky, wondering if life would ever change. It did, because he changed the way he thought. And maybe that's what life is all about, not waiting for the world to change, but changing how you see the world. Because when you start thinking big, the universe starts thinking with you. That's the power of thinking big.